Hi everyone, it is Meredith, your evolutionary astrologer, and today we're going to talk about dating a Leo. We're going to talk about the good and the bad and the so-so about Leos. And we're going to talk a lot about the unhealthy Leo and the healthy Leo. Just like every sign, it can be absolutely phenomenal and gorgeous and incredible when the person is healthy versus when they are undeveloped and not. So I want you to watch this video in a couple different ways. First, if you are a Leo, then I'm talking about you, kitty cat. Forgive me. This is a deeply personal video. I also want you to think about if you are involved with a Leo. You're not going to want to miss this video because I'm going to prepare you for everything that is so delightful and everything that is just so maddening about being involved with a Leo. Before you threw yourself into the Leo's fire, maybe you would want to watch this. It does come with a warning label, as most of my videos do. But I also really want you to take a look at where do you have Leo in your chart. Do you have a Leo rising, moon, Mercury, Sun, Venus, Mars, or even Jupiter? Or do you have a lot of planets, 3 or more, in the 5th house? Because if you do, you have a lot of Leo energy, and you, my friend, are going to be able to relate to this video. Then if you don't have any Leo planets in your chart, you do have Leo in a house somewhere. I am going to describe that house, your Leo house, to you in this video. The sun is the biggest, the brightest, the most fabulous star in our galaxy. And Leo is ruled by that star, our sun. So wherever you have Leo in your chart, even if it's not a planet, even if it's just a house, the constellation Leo, wherever you have that, that is where you shine the brightest, the spotlight on this part of yourself. Why is that? Because it's that house that is ruled by your sun sign. And sometimes Leo doesn't even know that they come with this sparkle, with this radiance, with this spotlight and this bright light about themselves. And it's like the spotlight just finds them. So wherever you have Leo energy, you have a bigness about yourself. So where do you have Leo in your chart? Leave me a comment in the notes below and let me know by planet and by house. So Leo energy is dramatic. It's creative. It's emotional in a fiery, passionate kind of way. It feels important. It is important, and it is impressive, and it is generous, and it is usually just gorgeous, and it can be all just this very wonderful thing that you get swept away in. Leos like to create big, bold impact wherever they go. They like things to have a deep imprint, like a thumbprint cookie. They don't just walk into a room, they own a room. They have grand entrances, right? They like to be noticed, even if they don't. Now, I've said this in my other Leo videos, and I do hope that you have watched all of my Leo videos. I really do put a lot of depth and a lot of thoughtfulness into those videos, and I go way past the surface. But I find that a lot of people don't go past Leo's surface, and one of the reasons why is because Leo kind of asks you to stay on the surface. They kind of interact with you in a way that is very, very surface, but we haven't gotten to the hard parts yet. I'm just talking about Leo in general. You have to work kind of hard to drill down deeper into your Leo. Let me ask you this question right now. Do you know a Leo rising, a Leo moon, or a Leo sun sign? And have you seen them cry? That's a big deal. I want to tell you this very personal story really quickly about Leo. And I didn't expect to tell it, but it just bubbled up in my heart right now while I'm talking to you. And it made me think of a quintessential Leo moment. So my dad passed away in 2004. Right before he passed away pretty quickly. We only had 45 days with him, but the last 10 days he was in a coma. Just a couple of days before he went into that coma, he got out of bed and he stood up to take a shower or go to the bathroom or something. And I did not leave his bedside. So I was in the room when this happened. My dad at the end of his life was a very big man. He was 6'2", and he probably weighed 270 pounds. He was heavy. He gained a lot of weight. He was thin his whole life, and then he gained weight later in life after he quit smoking. Anyways, he passed away of pancreatic cancer. However, back to my Leo story. My dad is a Leo rising with Pluto on the ascendant. So we are talking about a lot of Leo energy and a lot of pride. So he got up to go to the bathroom and he fell down. Well, I am not strong enough to lift him up off the ground, but my little sister and myself and my aunt's boyfriend all rushed to help him get up. And he yelled at everybody to back off, to step back, get back. I don't need your help. And he barked, and he wasn't very nice in this moment. And it really hurt my feelings. But we had to sit there and painfully watch him get himself up. It was excruciatingly painful. And what I realized many years later, because I'm telling you, it hurt so bad to watch that. Watch a Leo crumble, it's painful. Anyways, he didn't want anybody's help, and he wasn't nice about saying that he didn't want anybody's help. But what that was, in hindsight, was pride. It was dignity. And Leos are ruthless when their dignity is compromised. They cannot handle it. It is more than mortifying. It's more than humiliating. It is maybe the death of them. Leos play to win, and if they can't win, they die. There is a little piece of them that lives to win at life. And they have a ton of pride. And they have a tremendous amount of regal dignity about themselves. And I don't know if I should put this in the good category or the bad category, right? Because it's both. But wherever you have Leo in your chart, you have an exorbitant amount of pride, of dignity, of a desire to not be vulnerable. Leo energy is dramatic, and it's creative, and it's emotional in this fiery way. It feels really important. Leos like to be noticed. And if you're dating or crushing on, or if you're involved with a Leo, notice them. That's their favorite thing, or at least one of them. But Leos are also very romantic, and they really love beauty. They are a sucker for beauty, confidence, and the good life. They usually have a sense of style about them. They have a regalness, and they usually have quite a bit of taste. Sometimes Leos really like to sparkle. They like the sparkle baubles in life. They like to shine. They like anything shiny. They love rhinestones. They love diamonds. They love anything with bling. They also like quality. They do not like knockoffs. They do not like cheap. Nope. I will also say Leos are some of the most generous, if not the most generous person in the entire zodiac. Leos like to live the good life, the high life, the big life, the fancy life, the fabulous life, the dramatic life. And they're very fierce and ferocious, just like the lion. Wild, rawr instincts. They are built for the jungle. Yeah, it's hard to dominate a Leo. It's hard to kill a lion, to kill a Leo. It's really hard. They like to live large, and they live to their limits. They live life to the fullest, truly. Do you have a Leo in your life? Is this true? Leos love, to love and to be loved. Oh my gosh, is that Shakespeare? I'll also say Leos can be the spenders. Hey, big spender. They love spending their money. They feel like money is to be spent on adventures. They like to make tomorrow more fun than yesterday. They love the fun. If you're dating a Leo, they're probably going to pull out their credit card if they like you, and they're going to treat you. And it's so nice to be treated by a Leo. My husband has a Leo moon, and for Christmas, we always set a budget on how much we're going to spend on each other. But then I get to thinking, well, he's going to have a Leo moon and he's going to outdo me. So then I add another little gift to the above and beyond pile, and because I know he's going to. And then he's over there thinking, well, Meredith's probably going to do that because I have Leo in my chart too. And then Pretty soon we doubled our budget. And so this year I made him pinky swear, you're going to stick to the budget because I'm going to stick to the budget. I'm not doing a penny more. And so he said, aye, Captain, but we'll see. I hope so, because I'm going to stick to the budget. What I do want to say though is don't be cheap with your Leo. Leos cannot stand cheap. Leos are fun. This is what's wonderful about a Leo. And they will have fun showing off their world to you or showing you off to their world. They are not shy about their interest in you or their interest in anything that they love. They love to highlight other people that they're proud of. They love to inspire and empower people that they really care about, that they really believe in. And they appreciate people who are both confident and bold. I mean, the sexiest thing, hands down, the sexiest thing for a Leo is confidence. So if you're not confident, Leo is not the sign for you. Leos love romantic attention and they will shower you in romance. So if you don't like flowers or the mushy card or love letters, if you don't like any of that stuff, don't waste your life on a Leo. Give your Leo to somebody who loves that. If you don't like somebody making a beautiful bubble bath for you or putting rose petals down or fresh satin sheets. Don't waste a Leo on yourself. Give your Leo to somebody who appreciates all that. Leos love creating and receiving romance. You have to let the romance of a Leo be the boss of you if you're going to date a Leo. Now, you do have to take the whole chart into consideration because if you're a whole bunch of Leo and then you've got a lot of Gemini or Aquarius in your chart that's not very romantic and that kind of gets turned off by romance, like they don't trust it or believe it. Even sometimes Scorpio doesn't really believe in the mushy mush. You have to take it all into consideration. But wherever you have Leo in your chart, you're probably pretty damn exciting. This is where God or spirit or the chart or source or what you contracted into, this is the part of your chart that's saying, be exciting, be thrilling, be a little glamorous, have a little more fun, cut loose, spend more, have a good time, radiate, be creative, and live life large. I will also say another really wonderful thing about Leo is this is one of the happy signs. My personal opinion, Sagittarius and Gemini are a little happier than Leo, but Leo is right up there with them. I also feel like the fifth house is the happy house. So if you've got Scorpio in the fifth house, you're probably a lighter Scorpio than most. Whatever planets you have in the fifth house want to be happy. Also the third and the ninth. They want to be joyful. Leos are very trusting. They are very trusting with you until you give them a reason not to be. Then, trust me, they can go psycho on you because they can be jealous. But Leos are very idealistic, believing in the goodness of man or woman or thems out there. And they are usually very bright and very smart. And they usually have a very humane heart because they are ruled by the heart. Even though that is Cancer, Leos have this big, giant, loving heart about them. There's a generosity of spirit. There's a generosity of money, of time, of energy, of helpfulness, and of self-expression. Can you guys relate? And they are usually very childlike and playful. So you can get swept up into their sense of fun. Whee! Yippee! Ice cream and trampolines and let's go ride our bikes and let's play forts and let's go ghost hunting. Ooh, let's play hide and seek, right? Childhood games. Leos usually run hot or warm-hearted. They're not usually cool or cold. I will tell you that Leos love your undivided attention. They love your interest in them. That's basically how you get a Leo to open up their heart to you. Pay attention to them and they will divulge their secrets into you. If they like you, they will do one thing for you. They will give you their heart. I would say there are 3 best ways to attract your Leo to you. And also, this is what you would like in the Leo parts of your life. So to keep your Leo interested and satisfied and intrigued and happy with you, just do these 3 things. First, adore them. Second, affirm them. And third, admire them. That's all they really need. Morning, noon, and night. Now, hopefully they have genuinely earned that, but we're going to talk about what happens when Leo goes wrong in a minute. But I want to also say Leos really love comfort and luxury, kind of like a Taurus in a way. And if you want to get your Leo purring, just make your bed extra beautiful, extra fancy, extra comfy. Leos are a sucker for a youthful look. So they're childlike, just like Gemini in a way. So whatever you can do to make yourself look younger, feel younger, act younger, do that thing. That is a huge, huge turn on for Leo. So wherever you have Leo in your chart, you are a little bit childlike. Leos love great presentation. Whether it's physical presentation or their home's presentation, they are a sucker for great presentation. So where do you have Leo in your chart? These people really buy into the packaging. When packaging became a real important thing, like sales and marketing and then packaging, yeah, that's Leo. How is it wrapped up? What does it look like? What does it smell like? What's the packaging? I would also say another fun thing about Leo is they live with a party in their heart. Yeah. I mean, they can make digging a ditch a really great time. I want to say something. If you've already gotten your starter package from me, I would like to suggest that you also go and get the report called Your Soul's Design in my store. You can just go to soulnavigation.com and click on the shop tab and go look for my Soul's Design report. It is so good. And it will talk about your houses and the rulers. And it is my newest report and it is fantastic. So what is just so hard about the Leo energy when it's undeveloped and unhealthy? And by the way, unhealthy is on a continuum. So please, nobody take offense. And for all these videos that I've done, I've talked about when the sign goes wrong. I talk about the ugly bits and the ugly parts and like what is just so damn frustrating. Hopefully you're not on the unhealthy side of any of these signs. Hopefully you all land in the healthy side. Leos, like Libras, can get really trapped and stuck in the superficial side of life. They really can choose style over substance, and they can end up living vacant and vapid lives where they just chase money, fame, adoration, and fortune, and they just want all the accolades for really no damn good reason at all. If you guys know who Madison Cawthorn is, yeah, he's an empty, vacant Leo. He is the quintessential unhealthy Leo, and it is so, so sad. They create sort of a false identity just to receive the praise. And then they end up having imposter syndrome because they really, truly are not made of any kind of substance. They are just empty and vacant, being the great, glorious pretenders. This is also Oz in The Wizard of Oz. When we pulled back the curtain and to our horror, we saw that it was just a short little bald man who really had no power at all. Oh no, Dorothy, what are we gonna do? Chasing admiration without really having put in the sweat equity or the education or the time or really having rolled up their sleeves to earn it. This is the opposite of Capricorn. Right? Capricorn will and Virgo will work so damn hard to really truly win the award for real. And then they sometimes lack the ability to really stand in their glory. These people more than anything can have a sense of false pride. It is so sad when they go awry. Probably the biggest downfall for an unhealthy Leo is arrogance and self-entitlement. I crowned myself queen. King Henry VIII, and he was a Cancer, but I do think he had Mercury in Leo, and I think he had a lot of Leo in his chart. He just made himself the new god of England. Leos, when they're unhealthy, they can put Aries and Sagittariuses to shame around arrogance. Leos can be so irritable. They can turn into literally a 4-year-old and have a temper tantrum when they don't get their way. They can be so over the top, so dramatic, so flamboyant, disregarding every single person in the room, disregarding anybody else's needs but their own. Leos have a very hard time taking direction or learning from anybody else. Leos don't take advice very easily, and they really miss out on a lot of good lessons in life because they are not coachable when they are locked into their arrogance, when they are undeveloped. They can be so pompous and they can really think that they are the smartest, they are the best person in the room, casting off others as, oh, you have nothing to offer me. And if they could just get out of their own way and really learn from other people, they probably could really truly grow. If you're a Leo, one of the very best things you can do do is find somebody you admire and be willing to learn from them. If you're not good at organization or details and you're a Leo, find somebody who is and admire what they can teach you. Leos can be the superficial charmer that's so in love with themselves that they get massively confused why you don't like them. Why don't you like me? What did I do wrong? Oh, I was a self-absorbed narcissist? I didn't know. Now, if you're a Leo and you're not like that, if you're really altruistic and super sensitive and very sweet, you probably have a lot of Cancer in your chart, or you have a lot of Pisces or Aquarius in your chart, right? Because those are very other-oriented signs. And Aquarius is the opposite of Leo. So you really do need to look at the whole entire chart. Also, let's say you're a Cancer, but you have 4 planets in Leo. You really need to pay attention to those Leo planets. If you guys have not gotten my Soulmates package, that is also my newest package, and it is so good. My Soulmates package and my Lovers package. Oh my God. Ooh la la. That they are just so good. And they're filled with just yummy deliciousness all about you and your love. You should go check them out in my shop. You know, Leos can be really exhausting. I find that they can be exhausting like Sagittarius, like Aries, like Gemini, like Pisces. They can really drain your battery dry because while they are pretty independent and they don't need you to plan the day or plan the fun, they don't need you to cook a home cooked meal for them. No, they're not needy, but they are needy because they need your time, your attention. And so it's quite exhausting being such a good partner in their life when they are so unhealthy. When you date a healthy Leo or when you're involved with a healthy Leo, they are so empowering and they are so inspiring. They will use their own light to lift you up. They will embrace you in the warmth of their heart and their love, and they will give you attention you never even knew you wanted. And they can love you and adore you and admire you and inspire you and empower you like nobody else in the whole entire world. And that's when they're healthy. But they can have deep self-absorption where they are just so blinded by their own light that they don't even see you. Also, what's really hard about Leos is they are so damn bossy. They are king of the jungle for a reason. They are strong, they are grandiose, and they can be so dramatic about their feelings and their projects and their life and their family and their body and their issues. One thing that is for sure is Leos are born to be leaders. They're born to lead. They're not born to follow. And so when they're filled with too much arrogance or even a pompousness, they can become tyrannical. And that is what makes them unbearable. So do you have a healthy Leo part in your chart or an unhealthy? Can you see the Leo unhealthy tendencies in you or in your love? Leos like to be the life of the party, and I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, or maybe it's a both kind of thing, but they're not built for the shadows of life. Leos are big, giant flirts. They flirt with life. They flirt with the opposite sex. They flirt with grandparents and small children. And I won't say they're disloyal, though. Usually Leos are pretty damn loyal. But what makes a Leo cheat? Well, not getting enough attention from the person whom they love or are interested in. And sometimes they will be so insecure on the inside that they have a bottomless glass where they need more attention and more attention and more attention, especially if they're not self-developed and their egos have a hollowness to them. They usually just need so much attention that one person cannot satisfy them. That's what makes a Leo cheat. And they're jealous. They get jealous, especially if you're talking to a bigger alpha than them. They are alphas and they may not show it. They may show this confidence on the outside. They do not like to lose, and they can be, when they don't have, say, Libra or Pisces in their chart, they can be terrible losers. And I will say this, if you can't keep up with them, your Leo will leave you behind. Like, bye. You'll just be eating their dust when they pull out. When you're with an unhealthy Leo, you will be with somebody who wants to dominate everything. They're the bossiest, some of the bossiest people on the planet. They like things their way, and they definitely are going to be the one that is large and in charge. One thing that's really interesting about Leo that a lot of people don't talk about is Leos kind of live with a secret tit for tat inside of them. They're very generous, but if they don't start receiving from you, they will walk away from you. They are not going to be in a relationship that is just one way, where they are just giving to you and they're not getting. They will tally up all the nice things they did for you. And if they can't think of any that you've done for them, well, you'll hear about it. They will go away. They will demand or ask or request that you be as equally generous to them as they are with you. And they can be very self-righteous about it. I think, to get really real with you, one of the very hardest things about being involved with a Leo is they will not show you vulnerability. They will not show you where they're insecure. So it's very, very difficult to see the authentic wounds and hurts and bruises inside of the Leo. If you can see them, you are a very rare person in your Leo's life. One thing that you will see in a big gargantuan way is their pride. They operate from their pride, and it is absolutely unbearable to see a Leo crumble. There's a strong will inside of Leo. There's also, when they're developed and when they're healthy, a strong sense of character. Right along with being invulnerable, another really hard thing about Leos is they don't remove their masks, and they live their life again out of this sort of sense of who I want to be. I present to you who I want to be more than who I really am. It takes a lot of courage and a lot of guts for a Leo to show you who they really are, taking off the mask. It's very difficult for Leos to say these two words. I'm sorry. Leos, let's practice it together. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. Right? Yeah, we need to practice those words. I don't know why it's so difficult. If they never grew up learning the power of an apology, don't sit around and expect a big apology. And if you get one, it will, if they're unhealthy, it will be embedded with all the reasons why they're justified around doing the horrible, god-awful thing that they did to you. And trust me, they have a long list of everything you've done wrong. There is a judgment that comes with the king or queen, right? Kings and queens judge. They sit on their throne and they judge. Okay. If you got dumped by a Leo, I'm going to tell you why that most likely happened. And I don't want you to get your feelings hurt, but this is a pretty good reason on why this happened. They probably just felt that either they were not special enough to you, and they wanted to find somebody who they feel that they make a difference with. They want to find somebody who they feel that they are special to. Or it's in reverse. They might feel that you're just not special enough for them. Did you stop being creative and exciting and beautiful or gorgeous or fun or funny or the life of the party with them? Did you stop being an accomplice in their, crazy mission and antics in life? Did you stop being your beautiful self that you once were? Yeah. Did you kind of unravel? I mean, they're looking for that one in a million. And if they dated you for a while, they saw that in you. So where did that go awry? And what's funny is Leo really works hard at being that for you. So they want that in return. So maybe you started also to be too bossy or to have too many rules and regulations that they need to play by. Maybe you got too damn difficult, right? And you stopped being fun, and this got exhausting for Leo. If you want to dump your Leo, it's pretty easy to dump a Leo. Tell me if you've noticed this. And by the way, I have to say, if you are confused or if you want to go deeper, book a reading with somebody at Team Soul Navigation. You can just head on over to my website and click on book a reading, and you can see the whole team there, including myself and my team of readers. They are amazing, and they can help you understand your relationship and yourself more deeply. It is so great. And if you are a super supporter, if you are a member that joined this channel, you get a discount with anybody on my team. So make sure you use your discounts. So if you want to end things forever with your Leo, it's really not that difficult. All you have to do is first become very, very cheap. Become a homebody that doesn't want to dress up, doesn't want to take a shower, doesn't want to look good, doesn't want to get all dolled up and put on your jewelry and makeup and go out and have a fun night out on the town, and become boring and start really pinching your pennies. I mean, start clipping coupons and be like, I got a coupon for Chipotle. I can get a burrito for $3.50. I don't have enough money for you, but you got your own money, right? Oh, barf, they will hate that. They'll be like, oh my God, I can't live with this my whole life. Yeah, start suggesting Chipotle for dinner every night or Taco Bell. They'll be like, I cannot be with you. They cannot stand that. I'm not joking. I will also say, if you stop being playful, and if you're just a big fat bore, if you stop being attractive, if you stop being delicious and fun, and if you really start ignoring them, this is the knife in the heart. If you start finding your video games more interesting than them walking through the door at the end of the day, and you're just like, hey, oh yeah, how are you? Oh, 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 cool. Oh, 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 yeah. Oh, there's a hungry man in the fridge for you. What the hell? I'm not doing this either. Yeah. So don't even notice them, right? If you just like even keep your video game going and you don't even notice them, like, yeah, they'll be like, oh, I need to go call my mistress. Start ignoring them. Yeah, they'll leave you. They'll be gone forever. They will be like, shut the door. They will leave. And as a matter of fact, they probably are going to try to really forget you hard. So make it seem like it's their idea. They're not going to deal well with just a straightforward conversation. Like, I'm really not into you. What? What do you mean you're not into me? What do you mean? You don't like, what? No, don't do that. Make it be their idea. By you just completely falling apart. And then if you want to kind of get them later, go somewhere where they're at and be fabulous and really into this other person that you're with. It's just cruel. This is terrible. This is cruel. I know I had a little bit of cruelty in this series, this whole entire series. I hope you guys enjoyed it. This is my last video in my dating series. We did all 12 signs. I hope you loved it. That's how you get your Leo to stop investing in you. That's all you have to do to get rid of your Leo. It's not that hard. Anyways, I've had so much fun with you, and thank you all for whoever is a member and joined my channel. And for all you subscribers, I'm trying to get to 100,000 subscribers. That's my next goal. So please share all my videos with people that you think will benefit from learning deeper astrology. And from my home here in Seattle, wherever you are at in the world, my heart goes out to you, and I wish you the very, very best. Happy dating, Leos. Let's hope they are healthy. Bye for now. Take good care.